Popular U.S. theme park SeaWorld has announced it'll immediately stop breeding killer whales. The move follows years of mounting pressure against SeaWorld, most of it coming from animal rights groups. There's also been a steady drop in park attendance. CCTV's Roy Rettenberg has been following this story. Less people going, less revenue. Was that the main decision to make this move?
Well, it would definitely seem that way, that the company is bowing to that pressure. This is actually a very big deal since these killer whales, these orcas, have been the main draw at SeaWorld since the 1970s. That's now changing. CEO Joel Manby came in a year ago and said he would be approaching the killer whale controversy with a fresh perspective because, quote, society was shifting. On Thursday, he announced that the breeding program would be halted. He said that all 29 orcas still living at SeaWorld would remain on display, meaning they will not be freed as some had been urging. Manby said they would be displayed in, quote, new, inspiring, natural encounters. It's still a bit unclear what that means. Last year, SeaWorld announced it would be ending its current style of shows. The new shows are set to start in 2017 in California and 2 years later in Florida. The company is hoping moves like this will help its bottom line. The CFO of SeaWorld says he's expecting 1 million more visitors in the next 5 years and a revenue uptick of $80 million. The response to the announcement in both the stock market and social media, Elaine, was relatively positive.
What about all these groups over the years who've been fighting SeaWorld, drawing awareness to what's in their minds? What has been their response to this?
Well, there was that 2010 film, that documentary, Blackfish. The director of that documentary, that film that really gave the anti-SeaWorld movement its momentum. Well, she said she applauded the decision, and more importantly, that she applauded the public for keeping up pressure on SeaWorld. Her film really challenged the park's narrative about killer whales in captivity and specifically focused on one of SeaWorld's more popular trainers who was killed by one of the show orca. Now, another SeaWorld foe, the Humane Society, on Thursday confirmed it would collaborate with SeaWorld to help educate guests about animal welfare. Humane Society said the goal is to make progress and not just to be stuck in controversy, but a different group, PETA, or the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, it said it was unsatisfied, and Lane, it's insisting that all of the orcas be freed altogether.
Which is interesting because a lot of people say they're not fit to be in the wild after living in captivity for so long. Roy Rettenberg, thank you for that.